All right, what's going on, everyone? Today, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to be doing options. So, I'm going to be showing you guys an easy money options play with DLTR. That's Dollar Tree stock. They just had a huge dump inside of the stock. I've already made some money on some call options, but we're just going to go over this because there's a lot of potential here. There's a lot of potential here. Anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but let's get straight into it. So, as you can see here, this stock went from all the way up from September 3rd till now, which was literally overnight. It dropped from $81 all the way down to where we are now. It went all the way down to $64 actually. So that was a huge drop in the price here for Dollar Tree. As you can see, the price was 19% for the day. And as you can see, they've been doing good since 1995, right? But they had a bad earnings because a lot of people are not buying anything. A lot of people aren't going there because of the recession fears. A lot of people, they're struggling financially. So a lot of people just aren't spending as much as they're used to, which, if you think about it, like the consumer spending is really down a lot. But anyways, Dollar Tree has pretty much been down since July of 2022. That's pretty much when we started to exit the whole COVID fear, the whole COVID era. So that's when we started to exit that. And you can actually see it had a little bit of a pump from September 2023 up until about February 2024, and it's been down since then. But now we most recently had a huge drop inside of this stock. This is where things kind of get interesting and where you could actually find some good opportunities. Because if you actually look at this right now, the stock, if you look at the 52-week range here, we created new 52-week lows today. Typically, when you create new 52-week lows, that's a really good sign that you're about to have an increase in the price. Now, for me personally, this isn't a long-term play, even though I have went and bought some options that do go far. I already made some options on some money on one of the options, and that got me all the way up to like $3,089. But the other option that I have right now, it went down just a little bit, but it's about to go literally right back up. But the reason why I wanted to show this is because I'm not holding it till 2026 like it says. It says the call option that I bought goes all the way out to January 16th, 2026. Now, I'm not going to hold it for that long because I don't know if it's going to survive. Well, not survive. It's definitely going to survive. It's been around for a while. But I don't know if it's going to be doing good inside of a whole year and a half. But what I do know is now that we just hit new 52-week lows, people are probably going to be buying some call options here. Obviously, there's a lot of put options being bought as well. So I definitely think that we're about to have an increase in the price here. And we've already kind of seen that. Now, looking over here at the technicals, I've been looking at this on the 1 minute chart, the 5 minute chart, the 10 minute chart, every single chart you can look at, the hourly chart, the daily chart. They all are showing the same thing in that this stock is at a discount price. Now, I'm using my automated trading indicators here with Chart Prime. You can check that out, link in the description. More about that later, but they're very good indicators, and I'll show you exactly why. Now, what I'm looking at right now is that discount price. Anytime we hit the discount price, we always have some growth pretty much, right? We always go up from those discounted prices. And then I have our stats RSI down here, but we really don't have to look at the RSI right now. But what I do want to show you here is every single time period worth looking at is looking pretty good for the stock. So you look over here at the 5 minute chart, you can see, it looks pretty good. Obviously, here on the RSI, it does show that we could be seeing a drop, kind of like what's happening now, back down to $64. But we could have some more gains coming immediately after that as well. And that's exactly why I bought some options here, because I definitely think it's going to go up. So I bought call options. They're $105 call options right here for their Dollar Tree stock. But one of them is for the 450 limit right there. That's what I'm trying to sell it at, 450. I bought it at $4. If you actually go over here, you can see I bought some, and it is down right now, but I'm really not worried about it being down because I know it's probably going to be doing way better. But I would day traded one of the other stocks, and this stock I'm also day trading it. But what I'm planning on doing is doing in the money call options, because right now I'm doing out the money call options. So since I'm doing out the money call options, I'm trying to sell these off right now. So I actually meant to do in the money call options. So I'm selling these now. I'm realizing my gains on these now as a day trade. and then I'll roll those over into in the money call options. So that's what I'm working on now, and it's definitely gonna end up selling, and just gotta wait. So yeah, the other one that I bought, actually, we can go ahead and look at that. Let's just hit the notifications up here, and you can see this order closed, view the order. So you can already see the one that I just now sold from $550 to $600. So it's a little $50 gain. Nothing big. Same thing with this one that I'm doing. I bought it at $400, selling it at $450. So that is another $50 gain. So I was just looking for $100 for the day. Now, obviously, you can't, day trade effectively with only $3,000. You need $25,000 plus. But that's why I'm working this account up there, and that's why I'm trying to get the in money options, because I actually want to hold it for a little bit longer. And as you can see, it's already back up, and that's because we're at the discount price point, like I was mentioning before. So the fact is with these discounted price points with the chart prime indicators, it pretty much shows where smart money is getting in at and where they're more likely to buy. Like I said, every single time period here is very bullish. So we have the 15-minute chart, very bullish all the way around. You can even see down here the RSI is about to go back up. So we're about to see the Stoch RSI slowly but surely increasing there. You can see the hourly chart doing pretty well. You can see the gains are coming back in here for the options that I got set up here. You can see the stocks. The Stoch RSI is actually about to cross down here at the bottom, so it should be going up here. Looking at the hourly chart as well, sitting nicely at that discounted price point. You can also see for the 4-hour chart as well. You can also see down here, it's about to cross down at the RSI. We should see some gains coming in, and we're at that discount price. And like I said before, I'm not trying to hold this stock all the way till January 1st, 20 or January 16th, 2026. I'm not trying to do that. That's not what I'm trying to do, especially the news that came out for Dollar Tree. So we're going to go over the news that came out and why they're down a lot. And then where I'm going to pretty much explain why I'm buying call options, even though it has bad news, because I'm not planning to really hold it for that long. I'm just going to hold it for the temporary rally. And the temporary rally is off of the technicals. Like, fundamentally, you don't really want to be holding this for too long, right? But technically, you can hold it for a good week maybe and get some money from it. And that's pretty much what I'm looking at right now. So anyways, the 4-hour chart, you can see the RSI crossing down there at the bottom. Huge potential here. And I'm doing 105 strike calls. So this is my price right here that I'm going for, $105. So if you look over here, the premium price point is all the way at $150. The equilibrium is at $105. So we should at the very least recover back to the equilibrium. So that's what I'm banking on here, and I'm probably not going to hold all the way up to $105, but I'm definitely holding up until at least $70, maybe $80, possibly $90. But our first little line here for resistance is going to hit us at $80. So that's probably where I'm going to be holding till. Looking at the daily chart here, the day chart, you can see here the RSI is also about to cross at the bottom. It's like everything is telling me technically that it should have an increase here, even though we just had some terrible earnings that made everything drop. We should see a little bit of recovery here after that, because it was expected. It was expected for it to do bad. Everybody was talking about it. A lot of the retail traders, even the smart money, is talking about it. But yeah, this here on Barron's, it says we knew Dollar Tree earnings were going to be bad. The stock is still down 15%, blah, 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 blah. They knew it was going to be bad. So the prices kind of were already priced in, but it still had a pretty bad drop. So I think a recovery here is inevitable. That's pretty much what I'm looking at right now. So that's why I'm waiting here, because I do believe we're about to have some type of recovery here that's going to look very good. Now, let's take off the Stoch RSI here and bring up our other indicators from Chart Prime. Link in the description for that. You really definitely want to check that out. But also, I'll show you some other things here that actually look pretty good for the stock. So this is the Market Oracle Pro with Chart Prime. If we actually look down here, we have the momentum wave bands that I like to put on, the prime range, and the prime trend assist. So these are the very good indicators that I really like looking at. But it pretty much shows where the momentum is going here for the stock. And obviously that was a huge drop. But what we're actually looking at here is, you see how this red line is kind of starting to flatten out. This is really the resistance that we're looking at for maybe the next few days. possibly going back up here to 67, $68. That's easy money right there, especially if you're about to get in today. Like I'm saying, don't try to hold this for like a whole year. It might not be worth it. The price is obviously down right now, so we're probably sitting a little bit lower than we were before. But yeah, this option's about to close. And like I said, easy money for like a week play, right? Just for a weekly play. But it's not something you want to do for a whole year because it could drop much lower than what it is now. And it kind of already showed that that's what it could do. But something big actually pushed me to buy in on the stock. Like a big technical indicator actually pushed me to get in on this stock. And before I do show you that, I want to show you this right here, our order blocks plus liquidity voids for Chart Prime. So Chart Prime is pretty much infamous for showing us where smart money is going to get in, where smart money is probably going to get out. And what I really like about it, if you actually look at here for order blocks, it shows you where like the bears are pretty much selling at. And bears, they don't want to see this at $86, right? So that's why I said like around $80 is probably what I'm gonna ride this out till. And I'm not gonna try to go any higher than that because we have a lot of bearish momentum up around $80. That's our equilibrium price, by the way, on our 15-minute chart. So I don't really want to see it anywhere around there. And if you look at the hourly chart, more bearish selling around $90. So I'm looking to sell this before $80. We had a lot of bearish movement right now too, obviously, because we just now had a huge drop. But what I am looking at is this bullish area here when you look at the hourly chart. So this bullish area is showing like if we are to continue to go up and we do get around $74, you might see some bearish movement bringing us to the $80 areas. But then that's probably when we're going to start to see some more sells coming in. So you definitely want to be careful with that. But yeah, the bulls, they're really coming in around this area. If the price continues to drop, then bulls are really coming in at $50. All right. But like I was telling you before, what I'm really seeing here, if you actually look where it was back inside of 2015 at the same price point, Dollar Tree started taking off when it hit the same price point. Same thing in 2017, it hit that price point, started to take off. Same thing inside of 2020, when it hit that price point, started to take off. Now look where we are here in 2024. So I think there could be some good potential plays here for easy money with this option. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think it's gonna, go down even more, or do you think at least for the next week we could see some nice gains? Because usually there's a lot, like a huge recovery here, and that's kind of what we see. Not a huge, but like it's a decent recovery. Let me say that decent recovery. And what we're kind of seeing now is that decent recovery could be happening pretty soon. If we look at the last 5 years, from 2020 onward, when it hits this price point, it does have that recovery for that next week. If you look at here, from closing at $77 to closing all the way up here at $81. Okay. So, and that was from the 23rd of March, 30th of March, really, all the way up to about the 13th. So, 13th of April. That's really what we're looking at here. So, if we could see this going from like $77 all the way up to, let's say, $83 or $81 within the time span of a week or two, think about what it could do now, even though, looking at the way that it did it before. So I definitely think that we could have some recovery here for this particular stock. And like I was saying before, let's go ahead and bring up the daily chart. You can see every single time we hit this price point, that's always a bullish sign right there. It's always bullish whenever we hit that particular price point. So let me just go ahead and show you here. This is a bullish area down here, and we have some more bullish areas. So that's one bullish area that we have for this stock. The next one is down here where we're pretty much sitting at. It's around that $60 price point, pretty much where we are now. So it's possible that we do go a little bit lower, but this price point right here is always a bullish price point. And then the next area for it to typically stop and pull back around is a little bit higher than that, around like 70. So definitely looking at some good plays right here. I think it's an easy money play personally. I don't think that this is a bad play. I think it's an easy money play for at least a week. Now, looking at what they had for their earnings were terrible. That's why I say I'm not holding this for a year. Their earnings were absolutely terrible. So, anyways, stock is falling. DLTR stock is falling after the company reported worse than expected second quarter 2024 earnings. The discount variety store, blah, 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 reported an adjusted EPS of 67 cents, missing the consensus of $1.04. So that's down 26.4% year over year. So it's definitely looking bad right here. The company reported sales of 7.38 billion, up marginally by 0.07%, missing the consensus of 7.5 billion. Dollar Tree reported same-store sales growth of 1.3%. The Family Dollar segment reported a marginal decline of 0.1%, and the Enterprise segment reported same-store sales growth of 0.7%. They just missed the target that they were shooting for pretty much. So during the second quarter, Dollar Tree initiated a formal review of strategic alternatives for the Family Dollar business segment, which could include a potential sales, spinoff, or other disposition of this business. So maybe they sell Family Dollar. The company is lowering its full year fiscal 2024 consolidated net sales outlook range to 30.6 billion to 30.9 billion, down from prior guidance of 31 billion, 32 billion versus the consensus of 31.19 billion. So it's not that much of a difference that what they're looking at, but people are going to freak out about it. All right, people are just going to freak out about it. So Dollar Tree expects an adjusted diluted EPS of $5.20 or $5.60 compared to prior guidance of $6.50 or $7. So for the third quarter of 2024, they're forecasting their sales of 7.4 billion through 7.6 billion. All right, compared to the consensus of 7.59 billion, based on comparable store net sales growth in the low single digits. So this could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing, but either way, that is a huge drop. From looking at their sales outlook range of 30.6 billion to 30.9 billion, and then turn around and forecasting 7.4 billion, 7.6 billion. I don't know. It's just based off of their net sales growth and what they predict that they could get. That's why it drops. A lot of people are very, very bearish on this right now. And I'm going to be completely honest. I'm pretty bearish on this as well. But inside the temporary time period that we're looking at, for the next week, I think that this could be a good play for the next week. Remember what I said, for the next week. And as we can see now we're looking at the minute chart here, and now you can see how it kind of changes throughout the day. So now it's no longer at the discount price point for that minute chart. Now it's at the equilibrium price point. So now a premium price point is $67. So the lower area could be $64. So this play could be a little bit of a good play if you, let's say, wait a little bit longer, maybe for it to go down to like $62. But when it does that, we're definitely seeing like the bullish areas down here around $60, maybe around the $50 area, the high to mid $50 area. It's kind of looking like that's where the bulls may be coming in here for this stock. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about it. Do you think that this is an easy money play? Do you think it's going to recover? Because it is at a 52-week low. Typically, when we see that type of stuff happening, we usually have some recovery. We have the growth coming from that. So I don't know. I think we could see some bulls coming in for this. I think a lot of bulls are probably going to start sweeping up some calls here for it, or maybe they'll wait till it gets down to $50 because that's where it shows that a lot more bulls tend to come in at, and that's where it was around 2014. A lot of bulls came in when it dropped down that low in 2014. So maybe $50 or $60. But that's why I put this all the way out till January 16th, 2026. Because if we drop to $50 and then we have the recovery, then I have some time to either dollar cost average into the options trade or, just cut losses early. But my guess is either it's going to go up for the next few days and then I realize some gains there. And, like I said, once it closes for today, it's probably going to end up reaching my price for today. If it closes out for today, I'll end up buying more, but I'll buy more that are in the money for the same time range. So it'll be much more safer. That's why I did the day trade earlier. I got rid of the other one because I was like, maybe I should do in the money ones. So that's pretty much what I'm going for right now. But yeah, it's been working. The strategy's been working. I usually don't trade stocks, but I decided, hey, might as well start doing it more. So I have started a little bit of it, and you can see the growth here for that. So it's not that bad right now, you know, making a little bit of money here and there, just doing small little trades. But I'm gonna start taking longer trades in the future, but not on Dollar Tree. But yeah, Dollar Tree is definitely a short term play. Let me know what you guys think about this. They're expecting drops here. Retail traders, big money, smart money, everybody's pretty much expecting for it to drop. And I like to do the opposite of what everybody else is doing right now. So obviously, we're not going to do it for the long term, but for the week, I think this could be a good play. Let me know what you guys think about this. Definitely hit the like button and subscribe if you like this. And hey, if you want these automated trading indicators with Chart Prime, definitely check them out. They're actually very, very good and very telling. Let you know exactly the levels where the smart money is more than likely going to come in at, and lets you know your discount, your equilibrium, your premium price points. You got the momentum wave bands that I showed you before. There's just a lot of good things here with Chart Prime. They got their oscillators, their Prime Screener, just a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. Your swing ranges shows you where those are as well. But yeah, very good. It does everything. It's all automated. You can identify your winning trades easily with this. Shows you good buy and sell points as well. So it also shows you where the smart money is coming in and out at. So you follow the smart money, like I was saying before. Check it out. Very simple to use. Try it risk free for 7 days. Use the discount code Prime20 for a 20% off discount. So you can get the pro monthly or the pro yearly, either one. But yeah, definitely check that out. Link in the description. And as always, I'll be back with another video.